Oh shit. Already done fucked up. No. Beard, what's up, man? Welcome in, welcome in. So I fucked up and it's set to vertical. I've never done it in vertical before. I don't know if that's going to be an issue though. I could see it being an issue. Do you know if there's a way I can switch it over to horizontal without like restarting? Or is it just like, is it okay for people? I don't know. I'm freaking out, man. I've never done a scheduled live before, so this is totally new for me, and I couldn't even get into the live. I was like, what is going on? So yeah, now I need to figure this out and make sure that it's working. Pencil, pencil. Let me see the pencil. That's not what we're looking for. Like retouch? Nope. Maybe settings? Nope. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. I feel like vertical is not as engaging. So I want to have horizontal on here. Um, and I think most people would agree. I did not see a pencil button. That's what I thought. What are your thoughts on this? Do I just like restart and screw it? The links and stuff are gone. Because I feel like, I mean, I'm looking at it on my computer and it's like, you know, only a third of the screen has footage on it, which sucks. I would so much rather have it in horizontal. I don't know why people stream in vertical. I mean, I guess I understand why, but yeah. Um, I don't know. Let me know what you think if I should switch over to. Yeah, I can't do anything on here. Like you said, you can't do anything once it's all set up. Hello, hello. So we just found out that I put it in vertical mode and not horizontal when I set up the stream this morning. This is my first time doing a, what's it called? Scheduled stream. So that's brand new to me. And I must have not clicked into horizontal for the scheduled. So now here we are in vertical. And I think I should like cut stream and go horizontal. I mean, what do you guys think? I don't know if you're watching on phones or on computers, but horizontal usually is how I stream. In fact, this would be my not only first scheduled stream, but also first vertical stream. We will follow. But what does that mean, Beard? Follow as in you don't care, or follow in as in like I should cut it and go into horizontal? Oh, so many decisions. What do I do? and then we can get some work going after that. I want to oil these boards. Like I said, tonight's kind of a quiet night, so I kind of did some prep work to get things for me that I could do this evening. Yo, what's up, Wes? Hey, yeah, I think I'm gonna switch over to horizontal. I'm not a fan of the. I think it's gonna ruin the schedule thing, but that's fine. That's fine. Um, I'm gonna switch over into horizontal stream. I just think it's a much nicer stream, I guess, for most of the viewers. So, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna switch over to horizontal stream. Bear with me, because I think it's gonna end. It's gonna end the stream. So if you guys want, oh my God, 28 people in here. What the hell? I feel like I can't cancel this stream right now. Hey, what's up, Pilato? Hold on. Dude, I gotta do it, guys. I'm so sorry, but I feel like, does everyone agree that they would rather have a horizontal stream than a vertical stream? Blah, 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 if I can talk. Just drop vertical or horizontal, and let's just count up whatever you guys come up with here. I was thinking that, but can I do both off of my one camera? How does that work? Because I'm on my computer right now, and Wes, do you usually stream in vertical? What do you usually do? Oh, breaking my heart. I should probably just do things. Always vertical. Gotcha. I did not know that. Well, you know what? This is my first time ever doing the scheduling for a stream. Thought it would be cool. Here I am with delays on things, but that's normal. That's normal. That's how things go, you know? And I forgot to hit horizontal, which is what I usually always stream in, is horizontal. And but if you're always in vertical, we might have to do it West style tonight. Hey, what's up, Eric? All right, I guess we're gonna stick with the vertical for now. Um, I usually do horizontal. Let's get this adjusted. I think though that what I read was that, yeah, 30% of the screen is gone from chat and stuff like that and everything like that. So we will just get this guy adjusted a little bit and then we can do some things. Okay. So, like I said, quiet kind of night for me tonight, but I did get some things ready this morning that we could do on the stream. And I also wanted to try and see bearded Viking style if we wanted to do um, let's see, I think I have to do that on the phone. Boom. All right. Uh, let's do that. Super chat goes. Boom, boom, boom. Set your goal. What should my goal be? Because I technically can't put that, but let's just put custom project choice. I like that idea. All right, guys. So we were gonna do it bearded Viking style. See if we can't hit some of these goals. And I have a bunch of different things I can show you guys actually real quickly. Some of the things that I'd like to get over to you guys in the States. So what I have going on is once we reach that, we can add those names to the random wheel generator. And what we can do is my mom is actually flying back to Ohio, not this Saturday coming up, but next Saturday, which means that I have free shipping from France to Ohio right now. And then after that, I'm okay with shipping anywhere in the US. So I'll take care of that part and we will just get some things out there to you guys. So I was kind of thinking of some different things. I was thinking a cool one to like things that are going to be easier to ship and stuff like that as well. I was thinking that like the phone stand, so I use these in my office, phone stand with a little box that I think would just go well with it. So it wasn't originally the plan, but I was just sitting inside and I was like, you know what? I have that box that sits up there that I don't do anything with. It's really good for matches. That's actually kind of what I made it for before, but we have another one inside that we already use. But it does hold pens, pencils, things like that that you can put in here and have that as like a little office set. So that was one of the things that I was thinking. And then the other one, Wes baby, maybe it could be yours. We have all of these cheese knives. So the choice would be yours. Which cheese knife you would like to have. And we have 4 of them now, thanks to Wes and his choice. So I want to get these guys. I don't know if you guys can see that on chat that well. But there's those 4 as well. I'd throw in this little box for someone just for shits and gigs, you know, not bad. And then oh, here's that mallet that Mr. Wes was talking about. Like I said, Wes's mallet is way cooler than this one, but this one was solid teak with a purple heart going through it. But in Wes's, he just has that Khaleesi eye in the middle, and that thing is just dope. I mean, this one's cool too. I like the carved out kind of bottom chiseled in with it as well. That's really cool. And this is solid teak and purple heart. So, and as you can tell, I use it. But yeah, this thing's sweet, but it ain't no Khaleesi Slayer. That's for sure. I really like yours and how yours has those 2 like deep veins that go into it, you know? So, yours is definitely top notch. Top notch, my guy. But I do think that when that zombie apocalypse comes around, I have the reach advantage over you because this guy has got a couple more inches, not to brag, Wes, or you know, but for the reach, yeah, this thing might come in handy. Anywho, like I said, I'm trying to keep my voice down tonight, people. Usually I'm like levels high and kind of all over the place, but my daughter's room is literally right there behind the wall, and I'm trying to be respectful, you know, and yeah, so. And then the other thing I was kind of thinking of doing some giveaways if we can get to some certain spots in time are going to be some actual knives that we made. So those are going to be on there as well. Yeah, the Purple Heart is super, super nice. The other one that I can fit inside of my mom's suitcase is going to be the egg holders that I made back in the day. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different choices of wood that you can choose for the front pieces. So this one's a Wenge, I have Padauk, I have Teak, I have Rosewood, Purple Heart, and I think that's it. So that would make 5. Yeah, something like that. So we have those guys. That guy I want to do in some kind of a contest as well. And then I was thinking about the charcuterie board that I'm really not that big of a fan of for some reason. I like it, but I'm really not that big of a fan of it. And so this one I think is also going to be on the list of spinning gives. And a couple of these wine holders I was thinking would go in there as well. So you put them on top of the wine bottles and then put your glasses on the sides. Super cool. So let's do those. We can put 2 of those out as well. And I wonder if there's a good section maybe I could put everything for you guys back here. And then that way, if we ever reach that goal, we can put your names on the list and we can spin that wheel and you can take home a prize. So for the first one, I think we're going to start easy because I kind of set the goal low, or lower, I guess, than what I would sell most of these things for. So we're probably going to stick with everything that's here right now for that price. And yeah, so right now I'm working on, thanks Beard, they're stainless. Yeah, stainless steel. They're not the like highest quality. Um, yeah, might be, but hopefully you're not getting cheesed in those tight corners. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of this. I think it's just like this one area over here. I'm just not a big fan of. I don't I don't see you getting too much down in there, you know, but because it's more of a, like I said, charcuterie serving, you're not going to be cutting on it and things like that, really. So, but yeah, I agree. I'm just not that big of a fan of it. I just kind of hand drew it out and cut it out. And I think over here where this knot is, just kind of bugs me. It doesn't look like leafy. I think I could have taken a little more time on that guy with the drawing, but I also didn't use a template. That was just free-handed. So there's that. There's that. But today, what I ended up doing was, I don't know if you guys saw my last video that I made. Can you see what? Can you see N? Who's M? M and M or the knives? Is that what you're talking about, Wes? Mr. Wes? Just got everything. I just cleaned up shop a little bit more again today and put some things up here in this big cabinet up top. So that's like where, because all of my stuff, like I had all of my cutting boards up there now as well. Everything was just out and back here in this back corner. And everything was just getting so dusty all the time. And I was like, man, they're so nice with the wine bottles. Yeah, that's the one. So I just made another one out of the hardwood today. So that's going to be these guys right here. So this is Tigerwood, Tatajuba, Beechwood, and Paduke. And these are the two sides. And so all I have left to do are drill those holes on it, do a slight little round over on these. They're much thinner, which is going to be much, much nicer. So much nicer than the pine ones. Pine is fine, but it ain't this. And then we can drill these holes into this guy, and you have the same thing where you can kind of, you know, do whatever it is that you want to with the charcuterie board here that's going to be sitting on top of those wine bottles. So if you haven't seen the video, the best way to describe that is by taking out a pencil and drawing it to show you. So there's going to be a hole on this side over here and a hole on this side over here. And then we have like 3 holes on these guys, and we just kind of randomly pick out places that we want them to be. I'll match those holes with these holes so that they're the same at least. But then what you do is once you have those holes, you take your wine bottles, set them underneath. So the wine bottles go down here, 3 on this side. This one connects in the middle, and then you put 3 on this side. And you can really just like put it in a corner if you want to, like that. You can just put them forward if you wanted to. Just whatever direction you want to go. You can even switch this guy and face it the other way. Like, you do you, cuz. But these things are sweet, and this one is going to look really, really, really nice when it gets oiled up. And so that I'm excited about. But I just need to drill those holes. Thanks, man. Yeah, exactly. Shoving it in the back of the workbench. That's literally, like I said, all of my projects were taking up this corner right here, and I was like, man, I got to do something about that. And so I just shoved it into another corner up in the cabinet. At least they're dust free. And then out of that piece, I had extra pieces, so I just went and made some coasters. I think that's a pretty good idea. Same thing, I'm just gonna give them a 45 on everything. I might even just hand sand them tonight, see how some oil looks on them, and then maybe make a box for them to sit in, or just tie a ribbon around them and sell them as is. Not too entirely sure on that yet. Absolutely, Eric. And I do, even in my last video, that's exactly what I was doing, but I managed to have a slip up. So it's in my last video where I make that wine charcuterie board holder. I always drill just so that the tip goes through, and then I flip it over, drill from the other side to get clean holes. And the drill press just, or Forstner bit, caught it a little wrong and spun it out and ripped the pine apart. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen on this piece, that's for sure. But yeah, so, and then these guys are what I really wanted to. I worked a lot today on these guys. So this is going to be one of the cutting boards. This is all of my other cutting boards put into one. So these are the offcuts from where like I had snipe and those kinds of things where they were too long and I just had to cut them down. So I took them all and glued them together, put a couple different extra pieces in there just to get the length that I wanted. And then I just rounded everything over on all the sides. And I really like how that turned out. Because originally I had a 45-degree chamfer on everything, and then I was like, you know what? I think round would be cool. So then I rounded it, and that's what I did, and it looks sweet. So I got this one ready for us to oil on stream tonight, which is gonna be great. And then I got this one as well ready for tonight, so we can oil this in a second as well. And this is a solid teak with beechwood. And on this one, I did a 25-degree chamfer around the edges of it. And this one is super sweet as well. So I'm super excited to get some of that tung oil on this bad boy and just make sure it's all nice and sealed. So yeah, that's kind of what I want to do today. So I'll pull you guys in, and then I don't know if John is in here. I don't see John. I don't see him at all. But I have John's knife. I'm going to be sending this out on Saturday. And I have Michael Zimmerman's knife. And that's also going to be sent out with him. So these two are getting sent out when my mom leaves. And then, yeah, whatever else I need to send out will get sent out as well. So there's that. Those are cool. But I think everyone who's in here has already seen my collection of stuff. So I'm going to do some oil on these bad boys. Get them nice and fine. First coat of oil. It's always the nice part. So we're going to get that in there and see what we can't do after that. Like I said, I'm going to keep it pretty chill tonight. Low volume. No stress. Nothing like that. Here for a good time. So let's just set down my little clothy cloth. Magic trick. And then we can oil these puppies. Oil these puppies up. Are you ready? We'll bring you in. Get you that action shot. We'll do one at a time, of course. All right, there we go. So we're just using some pure tongue oil. Even though it says it's pure, they're liars, and it has that orange whatever stuff to help with the drying and yada yada yada. But that's fine. It's still tongue oil, people. There's always going to be those purists out there. Yeah, there's a lot of glue ups in these things. I hope people see that and understand the value behind that kind of stuff, you know. That's kind of my concern out here in France is they don't seem to buy anything other than baguettes. It's like, come on, man. People work hard on things. Respect them. Wow, that's so cool. I just love Paduke. Paduke is just holy crap. Literally crap from the holy gods of the wood species. That's so cool. God, I love oil. Gotta love oil. Gotta love oil. Gotta love oil. Oh, Doyle rules. Oh, Doyle rules. Name that movie. How do you make those cutting boards? Like, what is the steps of doing chaotic ones and trying to figure that out for a long time? Well, the secret to this one, my friend, was to save up cutoffs from all of your other cutting boards and then just glue them together to get one mad ass cutting board. Mad and bad ass. But I do have a video on making, well, that one's a simple one though, so I'm not even gonna waste your time and point you towards that because that's a cutting board that I'm sure you're already making or already have made. So for this one, I'll show you once I get done with this oil as well. I have 5 or 6 other cutting boards up here, and all of the offcuts, I just saved those and then I slapped them together into this board. So for instance, this is the patterned one. This one's really easy to do. I think I'm going to do a tutorial on this one because it's really easy to do, and it looks super cool. I want to do one out of Wenge and maybe Purple Heart or Paduke for the contrasting color. I think that would look sweet. But for instance, what I was trying to show you is this bottom piece right here is just the cutoff from this board. So you can see that those lines match up. This is teak, beach, teak, beach, teak, beach, teak, beach, tiki beach, tiki beach, beach, tiki beach, beach. Dude, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome. But yeah, this one I'm pretty stoked about because this one is uh, majority of it's all end grain. So this is technically an end grain board, but I did add in like the Paduke here and the beechwood here. Um, and everything else is end grain. End grain Paduke here, end grain teak, end grain beech in the middle, Wenge. So yeah, so this guy's gonna soak up a lot of oil, that's for sure. Let me get like a little, that's I knew that I made these little coasters today for a good reason. They're going to be my little stand. I don't want to get the fuzzies on this guy as much as I would rather just get oil on those pieces that I'm working on. Yeah, I need to make some of the board conditioners as well to take with to the markets. I think those would sell well alongside of these guys, you know? Just a couple dollars. I mean, anyone who buys a board and is willing to spend this kind of money on a board, I think that they're willing to spend the extra, you know, $5, $10 or whatever. or even more, for a good protecting agent that's gonna, help their board last. So we'll let this guy sit for a little bit, and then we are going to wipe it off. Let me put 2 coasters over here. Boom, boom. Man, that's just, oh, sorry. I should put you guys in frame though. Like button activate. Yes, activate. Pure tongue oil. God, that thing is just purty. It's in my profile. My email's in there. Yeah, so if anyone wants to have, custom things made or requests and things like that, my email is right there. All right, tongue oil. Let's get every last drop out of you. Well, let's save some for the back. This one shouldn't soak up as much because it is not end grain on this guy. But the problem for you, Mr. Woodworking 2024, first of all, welcome in. I don't think I've seen your name before, so glad to see a new face here. That's what I was trying to say, beard, earlier. And the only problem with you sending me stuff is that I live in France, and shipping is ridiculous. And it's not even the shipping that they want. On top of the shipping, they want you to pay TVA fees. And on top of that, they want you to pay some other bullshit fees and more fees and more fees. It's just crazy how many fees that they want you to pay over here to ship things in. So just a forewarning if you're thinking about it. But like I said, I want to do a spin and win. Hey, there we go, Eric. All right, Eric. Getting you down, buddy boy. I'm just gonna write it down right now. And let's put you on the list. You're the first one and the only one, which means that right now you have 100% chance of winning. I'm gonna put you in the wheel generator right now. Eric makes with 1 entry onto the board. He is going to be the only one who brings something home right now. In that case, well, I don't know what I was going to say. In that case, he wins. Eric, welcome, welcome. Yeah, go ahead and spin. Man, my daughter has had this horrible cough. She's been on antibiotics for like a respiratory infection or something like that. Nothing crazy, but she's just had it for quite some time now, and I think I'm getting it. I don't even know if that's contagious or not, but I've been coughing like crazy. So, all right, Eric, you're on the board, man. You are the only one on the board, which means right now you're gonna have a choice between a couple different items for this first goal. I was planning on doing a couple of them, but maybe I need to be realistic about reaching these goals. So uh, we'll see how this first one goes, and then after that, I was gonna kind of go up from there on prizes, but we'll see. We'll see. I appreciate it though, Eric. That's really awesome. Definitely helps me out. This is my job, and I suck at the job part of this job. I'm good at making stuff, but right now I'm struggling in France Wes is on the board, my guy. That's why you're the king, Wes. That's why everybody comes to your lives and checks you out, man. That is exactly why. Wes is on the board. Bam. All right, put you in that wheel generator. Boom, 50-50, boys. You guys are going to have to tug it out. Oh. And I just closed my YouTube app, but that's fine. We can open that bad boy up. That's not a problem. I brought out the good computer today. If it was the other computer, I'd be like, oh my god, hold on, guys. Hold on. Don't say anything in chat. Wait for me. Let's go to live. All right. Cool. Wes and Eric, you two are on. Oh, I didn't mean to set a timer for that goal. Hey, we live and we learn. This is how we do things. Definitely didn't mean for there to be a short timer like that on the goal. All right, people, you've got 2 minutes and 22 seconds apparently if you want to get in on this giveaway. So, now's your time. Right now, it's looking like the options are going to be our phone stand with the box itself on the side. Might even be a little surprise. Let's go, Beard. He's on the box or on the wheel. We've got 1 minute and 58 seconds. Oh, Wes is going for 2. Oh my gosh. All right. Wes is in. Beard is in. All right. Let's add Beard in. Let's add Wes in. Boom. Beard. Wes is up to 2. All right. All right. There's 1 minute and 27 seconds left. Looks like Wes is coming in at a solid 50% right now, which means that his odds of winning what's coming up are substantially greater than anybody else's. In fact, some would even say they're 50% greater than everybody else's. So, hopefully, Wes, you win this bad boy. Come on, we got 1 minute left. We'll see if anyone else is in here. Who knows? In the meantime, I'm going to get some other things going because if I keep up at this rate, I'm going to be broke by tomorrow morning. Just kidding. We'll survive, people. We'll survive, and then we'll come back later and we'll thrive. Jokes on everyone else. Cool. Actually, these guys could use, like Wes's knife needs another coat. Does anybody else take off their blue gloves and then right after that they realize that they could have done something else with those blue gloves? Because that's this guy, and his name is Brandon. All right, 7 seconds left. Oh my God, Wes adds in one more. 5 seconds, 1 second. All right. All right, let's swing the camera around real quick. Oh, Ramon. Ooh, and Eric. Okay. You know what? Screw that goal timer. If you guys want to battle it out, you battle it out. Who's to stop you? All right, I'll show you what I got going on right now. So that's me. Hi. All right. Well, Ramon is actually he's actually a cent short, so I don't know if we can count him in there. I'm just kidding, man. All right, Eric, we're gonna put you back in, and Ramon, and Wes at another 5. He's going off on it. All right, so let's add in Ramon, and let's add in Eric and Wes one more time. So Wes is on the board 4 times now. What's up, Wes? Oh shit. Did he just went in with another one? I gotta check this guy. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's on there 4. Just want to make sure. We got 5 out of 10. Wes is going. Where are we at right now? All right. You know what? The timer went out. I'll give everybody one last chance right here. This is it. We're spinning, and then we'll set up another one because I was not expecting the timer to go off because I didn't even know I set a timer. So yeah, there's that. We're learning, just like with this whole vertical stream thing right now, you know? Know what I'm saying? So, put you down on the prizes real quick. Keep your eye on the prize, baby. All right, one last chance for you guys to get in an entry. Oh, Wes, you're a madman. You're a madman, Wes. I'm gonna be very disappointed if you don't win this. Oh, I don't know why I took you guys with the... Oh, Ramon coming in with one more. This is crazy. All right. All right. Duns. We'll start a new goal, my guys. We'll start a new goal after this. Oh, another one from Ramon. Okay, that's it, though. That's it. No more. Or you can, of course. I ain't gonna stop you. But I'm not gonna put it on this spin. I'll put you on the next wheel. Okay? All right, Ramon, are you cool? You cool with that? If I put this one, your last donation, onto the next spin for us this evening? If not, carry it over. I hope you trust me enough. Let me know, because I did call it after you put those 2 in. You and Wes are battling it out. So, right. Oh, I feel bad. Wes, do we give it to him? Do we let him put that last dono onto this spin? Dude, it's hard to keep up with chat stuff, man. Wes, let me know. We'll leave it up to... All right, we'll let him in. We'll add that one in. All right. So we got Ramon on the board 4 times. We got Wes on the board 5 times. We got Eric Makes. We got Beard. And we got Eric again. So we got 2 for Eric. Does this sound right for everybody? Pretty positive. No, we put you on there, Reno. We got you, Ramon. We got you. All right. So Eric had 2, Beard had 1, Ramon had 4. Y'all are nuts. Awesome. And Wes had 5. All right, boys and girls. I'm gonna do this BV style. That's what we're gonna do today. Let's get these gloves out of here. Let's see what we can't do for you guys. All right, everybody. We're gonna hit that shuffle button. And Wes, you let me know when to spin it, baby. You trying to break my finger? He's not even there anymore. He's so far gone. I was kidding. Shuffle it. Wes, no. Ramon, maybe you. Before I break my computer. Anyone? Is it just not working on my phone? Spin that bitch. Yeah. All right, I think spacebar spins it. Oh, this one sucks. Before it was like a spin. Oh. It spun before. I think it was better. That was lame. That landed on Wes. Okay, there we go. Oh, no way. No way, no way, no way. Eric. Dude, that's what dreams are made of. You don't even enter the like battle that goes on between everybody and you win, dude. I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy for you. All right, man. Let me get set up here in a second and we will go over what we can't get going here for you. Ramon, my mom flies back to Ohio next Saturday, and she gave me permission to load her suitcase with whatever I would like to. So I'm going to try and do a couple of these giveaways, and see how they go. And yeah, I'm gonna put them in her suitcase, and then from Ohio, I'll have to ship them to wherever you guys are at. So, all right, Eric. So here's what I'm kind of thinking. Um, and the choice is kind of yours. I think that what I want to do is kind of put these two together. So that's going to be the phone stand and the pen holder, whatever you want to use it for. Like I said, I made it for matches, but we have the other one inside currently. We have the wine holders. These are super cool. Two different styles or two different color choices on them. This one is a Peroda wood, which is a very expensive wood. It's awesome though. I love it. Wenge and cedar on that one. And then this one is Purple Heart, Paduke, cedar, and Peroda as well. So there's those. And then out of the knives, we have these guys. This one's a solid hand carved out of teak. So it's just 100% teak. Super cool. These are the cheese knives. This one's a little heavier because it's made out of the Peroda wood for the blade. Um, and let me come around. Might be easier to show you. Yeah. So this one's made out of the Peroda wood for the blade. And then this one was chosen by, who was this one? Who chose this design? I still have more cheese knives to make for people and things like that, but this one's Tiger Wood, Tetajuba, and Peroda. And then this one right here is a Purple Heart with Paduke and a strip of cedar at the bottom. And then this one is the one that Wes Does It made. He designed this one, man. And this one's made out of a Wenge blade and just beechwood for the side. But it's awesome. And I have another one of those that I'm actually working on. And then Ramon, I am working on yours next as well. But this is the other one that, this is the same thing. uh, for that West designed right here. So there's those guys. Um, and you know what? I think that I will throw in, if you pick one of these because they seem like not a bargain out of the rest of what's going on here, then I can throw in this other little box. This is more of like a keys walking into the house. This one's got a strip of that Perota wood in the bottom. Everything's inlaid with the dados on it, and then it's Wenge and the cedar wood for it. Really cool box though. It would match well with this guy. Maybe you could use it to put your corks in and stuff like that after you're done with the wine. Those two match perfectly with each other. So let's see which one is the second knife. This one, the Perota. Right on. Cool, Eric. I'm gonna write that down. Man, I can't believe it, dude. All right, so we got you down for the Perota blade. It is spoken for. So, Eric, my email address is on my page. I don't know if I know what Bearded Viking does. I don't know why he does that, but you can take a picture. whatever, whatever you want of this bad boy. I'm not gonna forget that. This is the one that you want though. So this one's super nice. I really like the Perota blade. What I'll go ahead and do too is do another oil on this guy before it goes out and give it a beeswax finish. And after that, she's all yours, man. Yeah, super, super cool. And but yeah, I need you to send me your um, address, and then when it goes back home, I was supposed to adjust the camera while I was over here. That was the whole point of me walking over here. And there we go. Okay, so yes, send me an email. It's atpcreations.fr@gmail.com. It's on my um, YouTube page as well. But just in case you didn't hear me, that's atpcreations.fr@gmail.com. I don't have an email showing up on my page? Well, if you didn't hear, Wes does it. Email address atpcreations.fr@gmail.com. You better use it on some brie. All right. All right, we will start this goal. That was an easy one. We did it before we reached the goal, I know, but Wes, man, you had my heart racing. Oh my God, I feel for you. I feel for you, buddy. Seal the deal here, brother. You know you want your knife. That's a good choice. This one has like some nice heft to it too, and it just feels great. So super super cool. And the blade is very trustworthy with this Perota wood. What I mean by that is it doesn't feel flimsy and things like that. Like this teak one, it doesn't feel flimsy, but um, you can definitely tell it's. I mean, this thing probably weighs half as much as this one, and they're pretty much identical in size. So it's just such a lighter wood. That Perota is just so dense. So All right. It was. Eric Makes. He is the winner of that round. He's the winner of the battle, people, though. There's a war being fought right now. We have these knives, and I think if we can reach that next goal, if we can do that 10 supers, I think what we'll go ahead and do this time, if we reach that, is throw in a choice of a real knife. Might be these two, actually, as well. So we can have those two in there. And then what the heck? This thing I'm not too fond of anyways. For some reason, I don't know why. Like everyone else who's seen it likes it. They don't have complaints about it like I do, you know? And, but the charcuterie board, that one might be a little bit funkier on the shipping, but that's all right. That's all right. The other one that can actually go at that price, yeah, maybe an egg holder. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Let's just start there. But yes, we can get all of these on that next spin. Yeah, like Wes, you were saying like for the knives, man, like I just have no idea what like I can realistically charge, you know? And that's just because I'm just killing myself, you know? That's all it ever comes down to. It's like this one is just like gorgeous. I really like this one. Matt Cleveland designed this one. And at first we were like, what? Perota, Purple Heart, and Tata Juba? What a weird combo. And now I'm like, dude, I just really like it. And it feels so nice in the hands as well, to where it's just like, it's just awesome. Yeah. But you know, if I'm putting this up for grabs right now, I'm pretty much telling myself that this knife is worth, 50 bucks is what I'm saying, which is probably not what it should be worth. Definitely not what it should be worth. Um, so yeah, there's that. But this is fun. I've never done anything like this before, so this is fun, and it's a learning curve, and it gets the people going, and then we just go from there. All right, put these back over here. That way we can get you guys back into frame, because I think it's gonna be a while, if it is a while, before anything happens here. Put these guys down on some nice protection. And Wes does it, man. Started a war. Benners! Hey, what's up, Benners? We're doing a little spin to win. So you just bought yourself, looks like 2.12 entries. So I've been putting the names on the random wheel thingy-majig. We're kind of kicking it bearded Viking style tonight is what I was trying to go for, you know? And so Banners, weekend at Banners. Let's just put you as W Banners. And right now, you got 2 on the list. W Banners, W Banners. All right, there we go. I'll put you down here. I'm just putting it in my paper notebook for myself. But I got you on the wheel, the spinning wheel now, and looks like right now it's just you up there. And I'll bring back out the prizes, but we have a bunch of them. If we can hit that goal today of getting those guys, then we'll have all of these items. I just brought them out. Maybe you can rewind like 25 seconds, 30 seconds or so, and you'll see all of the stuff displayed in front. Um, and then I'll bring them back out, and that way you can see what it is. Has it been 30 minutes? It might have been. Hey, take it easy, Ramon. I will see you soon, man. Thanks for stopping by. West does super chats. West does super chats. Wes is coming to win this time. I can feel it. He ain't farting around anymore. You missed it, Benners. He was at war. West does it, coming in with the 2. All right, let's add you in. West does it. West does it. We got Benner. Does it. West does it. Super chat. Let's go. I don't know why I keep closing this guy and causing all that headache for myself. I should just keep it open with my page right there. I don't even know why I'm doing it. I think it's just like a backup for me to see for you guys, you know, so I don't mess anything up. And you know what, chat? I think it's time to grab a little brewski for me. Why not? And get these oils wiped off, and then we'll re-oil some of those prizes that are gonna go out tonight. Right, guys? Right, Brandon. These certainly are. Don't you worry about a thing. Let me get where'd I put it? Right here. Little brewski. This is a beer that they have here called La Goudelle Blanche. It's not bad. Cute little can, or bottle, I should say. Cute little thing. Feels weird in your hands. Brewed by monks, indubitably. Alright, I keep going through gloves, so I need to make up my mind and just keep a pair on. I have that, like, condition, is what I like to call it, where, like, if I get my hands, like, dirty, I'll clean them. And if I don't get them dirty, I don't clean them. I know, gross, whatever. Or, like, when I have things on my gloves, I just want to, like, take them off, you know? Yeah, Ramon is cool, man. He's got some good videos, too. Oh, dude, this board is just going to be fire. So, yeah, this one I just have to oil it. So, with this tongue oil, just takes patience, really. Because it is so, that's so funny. There's so much oil. These are the coasters that I'm making out of the extra pieces of wood. So that's funny. But with this tongue oil, you really want to make sure that you take off the excess. Like with mineral oil, it really doesn't matter because that stuff never fully dries and cures. But with the tongue oil, it does. And it will, if I were to leave this on here, I would get spots that were like kind of tacky and things like that. And I don't like tacky. If I don't like things on my gloves, I definitely don't like tacky cutting boards. So we're going to wipe this guy off. Then we're going to give you a little shot of the action. Yeah, this one's sweet, man. Not yet, Pilato. I know. Not yet, man. I'm still waiting on I started the paperwork just recently for transferring over my license, but I will say this. There's a guy that I met at the lumber yard. I think these are going to be pretty cool little coasters. Um, sorry. There's a guy I met at the lumber yard, and he asked for my help on a project where we're building a kiosk for a mall, and it's huge. I think he said it was 5 meters long by 2 or 3 meters wide. Three meters wide, I think. Might have even been bigger. Um, anyways, he's been talking with me about building this kiosk, and I told him, yeah, of course, I'd be glad to help. And I did a SketchUp design for him, and sent that in because he sent me one. There were certain things that I saw because I used to be in the construction trade with the home remodels and things like that. So I have to like when I get a project sent my way, it'll literally keep me up for hours. Like last night, he sent me the SketchUp drawing for the second time now, and immediately when I looked at it, I was like, okay, I see what we're going for here, but this isn't going to work over here because we need places to build our supports. And then you guys were talking about this being a modular system, which means that everything needs to come apart in order to be installed at the mall, which means that we can't build this over here and that way, yada, yada, yada. So I did another SketchUp for him last night, and I was off the computer last night at like 1 o'clock in the morning. And then after I got off the computer, I went and laid in bed to go to bed, and I was up for at least another hour, I would say. It felt like longer than that even, but let's just call it an hour, running through scenarios in my head of what needs to be done for this to work, the kiosk, you know? But anyways, that guy, so he needs my help with that kiosk. And the last time I was there having a meeting with him, he also said that his friend used to be the head of the market over there. So he can get me in touch with him and get me kind of an easier in, or at least all of the information that I need right away. Because right now I'm just kind of having to unfortunately rely on my wife for a lot of things because of the language kind of differences, and everything they want is over the phone right now. And it's just, it's a nightmare. So, dude, trust me, I'm getting to it. It's like even with my license right now, it's just taking me forever to like get the documents, and then I have to get in touch with translators to translate them, and it's not as easy as just in Ohio where I would just literally walk down the street and be like, "Hey, how do I get involved in the market?" And then they'd be like, "Oh, you just give us $45 and then you can go be a part of the market." Here it's like, "Oh, you need administrative paperwork and this and that and this and dude, it's crazy." No, he's not a cop. No, he's not wrong. I mean, I need to get it, and I want to get it because for me though, the market is really just a place for networking. Like, yes, it's going to be nice to get some of these things sold and out of my shop. That's definitely a goal as well. But the bigger goal for me at the market is going to be to network and get in touch with other people and let them know that I can build things for their houses and around their houses and those kinds of things because right now, um, yeah, I don't have a job. So I'm just building things, which is cool. Like I love it, and it's great for me. But I also need to go out there and sell things or build things for people, help them around the houses, those kinds of things, you know. So the market is going to be a great jump, is what I'm trying to say for that, you know. Yeah, dude, I have been learning French, but I have not learned government French, you know. I'm learning conversational French right now. It's it's hard. Yeah, you were telling me about that, the Castle Impossible. I need to go and check that out. Yeah, 'cause it's rough. It's rough. It's rough for my wife too, honestly. Like I'm on like 300 something days of Duolingo. Um, and I'm way better than what I was before in French, but uh, I'm not able to go and speak with administrative people about different types of paperworks that I need. Like I just get confused and then they get upset and you know how that goes. Conversations through daily life, and then the Duolingo, and then my daughter. She has been my number one teacher, that's for sure. But yeah, just daily activities. But that's another hard part is that I'm just in my garage a lot all day working, so I can listen to my podcasts that where they're like répétez après moi and repeat after me and blah 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 and that kind of stuff. But if you're not using it, it's just learning words, which is good. It's really good to have a vocabulary, but like I said, the second and there's so many different like accents around here, and so half the people I can like understand, and if they speak with me slowly, it's not a problem. But then some people you speak to, and you're just like, dude, I have no idea what you're trying to say, like no idea. It's like when my wife was in Ohio, she speaks English just fine, but we went to Florida, and there was someone behind us, like complete Southern person, just a really nice old guy, but he was talking to me and after he got done talking to me, my wife turned to me and was like, I didn't understand a single word that that guy just said. And she spoke like fluent English, if you ask me at that time. But she like turned to me and she was like, I have no idea what he just said. I was like, what? Hey, Hiebeck? Hiebeck? Heritage Woodworks. That's what we're going to say. Um, no, I'm not a native to here. I was born and raised in Germany, but now I live in France with my wife. And I lived in Ohio in the States for the last 20 something years. So I'm American at the end of the day. But yeah, kind of all over the place. But now I'm in France and I don't speak French that well. So that's the hard part. Ohio guy in France. Ohio guy in France. That's the best way to put it. All right, I'm trying to keep up. All right, guys, let's reach that. Let's reach that goal. Get you guys. We're doing the spin to giveaway. I'm gonna put oil. That way you guys can see what's going on here. It might be a little hard to understand as well what the goal is for. We have giveaway items that we're doing today. If we can reach that goal, we put you onto the list of doom. And so we've got some of these items that we're kind of bundling in certain cases and things like that. But I am going to re-oil some of these right now anyways. And yeah, why not? And then a couple of actual knives. Let's get those off the cloth. Right. No, I do not expect them to. And in fact, most of the times I ask them to, like sometimes they'll try and switch over um, to English and stuff like that, or whatever the case is. And I asked them like, no, let's try French. If I need some help with a word, that's different. Help me with a word. But I need to learn. Like I tell them, I need to learn French. I don't go to another country and expect them to speak English. That's not my forte. I've been to too many countries in my lifetime so far to know that that's a very unreal expectation. Yeah, a German mother in France, exactly. Yeah, these are all completely wood, just cheese knives that we made. And right now we're doing spin to wins. In fact, I ask whenever I'm doing my lives, usually on these guys. I haven't been on in a couple weeks now, is what it feels like for my lives. But I have 4 more subscribers that have asked for custom cheese knives. They chose the designs, and so I'm going to be making 4 more of these guys. This one was chosen by Wes Does It, and this one is the Wenge blade with beechwood handles. And it is by far my favorite cheese knife right now that I have in my collection. But I do think it will get surpassed one day. But right now, I just love how clean and simple this one is. By just the contrasting colors are just killer on this guy. And I love that. So, but I think I can see it in my head already what I think is going to be one of my top favorites, and it's going to involve some of that uh, Perota wood, which is this darker brown one on this knife. So this is by far some of my favorite wood right now. Is this Perota wood? It's just gorgeous. So I think what I'm gonna do is a Perota, Wenge, and beech mix, and that's just gonna give me, in my case, the best of all 3 worlds. This one is Matt Cleveland's though, and that Purple Heart just looks sick. It's cool. So right now, like I said, we are oiling up prizes. Hello, hello, Suzanne. Welcome in, welcome in. We're doing our first ever bearded Viking spin, spin and win. I know you can't see the wheel. It's on my computer, which is right here, and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're doing bearded Viking style. I want to get this guy oiled up. Well, actually, I probably shouldn't do this one. This one's fine. And with the egg holders, I have 5 different types of wood that are for the front. So this one's Wenge, and then in my cabinet up here, right up here, I've got a bunch of different colors. I have Purple Heart, I have teak, I have rosewood, I have Paduke. Yeah, so just a bunch of different colors. But whoever wins the next spin and win will get to pick out whatever colored egg box. So this one's just up here for display for you. And same with all of these guys. Just boxes that kind of go along with these guys. So there's all those. And then, yeah, the solid teak one as well. Dude, keep your eyes off my baby, Wes. That's my baby. That is the one thing in this shop, I think, where I was like willing to spend the extra money on it, you know. Oh, this one could definitely use an oil. Let me see if I can get this glove back on. Beard, I have 3 more um, stainless knives to make. Well, one of them is the Damascus blade, and that one's gonna be sick. So there's 3 more actual blades though. 2 of them stainless, and one of them Damascus. And the Damascus one is gonna be fire, fuego. I don't know why I give this board so much hate, because it really is pretty, but it's just something about it just doesn't sit with me right on this one. So by all means, if you guys want to take this one home, it is up for grabs in this upcoming spin that we're working on right now. This one is definitely a contender. Thanks. Yeah, I just hand drew this one out. I think that's what bothers me about it is I hate to say it, but I strive for perfection. But I hate that sometimes. Like, and I know that I hate that because uh, I'll let it bother my mental health at times when something isn't like turn out the way I expect it to in like the woodworking world and stuff. Real life, I think I'm pretty chill about that stuff. I'm not an angry guy, that's for sure. Um, but when things don't turn out perfect here, I'm just like, oh man, I don't know. Bums me out. You work so hard on these things, and then nothing, nothing hurts worse than the project not going the way that you expected or envisioned it to. Tung oil, and we've got these little coasters that were just made from the extra wood. I don't really want to oil these right now because I want to do 45-degree chamfers on them. Yeah, the exotic wood is super super cheap here. It's really really cheap. Here, let me show you for example. All right, guys, these are all the prizes. Let's get that. Let's get that goal reached tonight. Let's do that. Let's get these. And you get to pick whatever you want out of these. These guys are going to get bundled together. There's those guys as well. I know we can do this. We can hit this. I'll keep the gloves on while I show you this insane piece that I got for 50, 52 or 56 euros. All right, this guy. What's the best camera angle for you? There we go. I can't wait to. So I think out of this one, I really want to make a chessboard and then some 3D patterned um, end grain cutting boards. Solid Wenge. And it measures 326 centimeters long, 12 centimeters wide, and just over 5 centimeters thick. It's a chunky boy by any means necessary. And it's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Has just a tiny, tiny bit of sapwood running through this area, which I think is cool. I'm going to use it for something else because it gives it that contrast. And then the rest of it is really, really great quality. It's all good quality, actually. 50, I think it was 52. Let's call it 52 euros for this whole piece of Wenge, which is just nuts, if you ask me. Yeah, it's crazy. So there's that. And then these are the Purple Heart boards that I purchased. And this one was 18 euros total. Let me balance it before I get my. I wore my nice clothes out here tonight for you guys. And yes, this is my nice clothes. 220 centimeters long, 16 centimeters wide, and 2.5 centimeters thick. I think that equates out to be just about an inch thick. Might be just slightly under 7/8 or something like that, or slightly over. I think it's slightly under. 18 euros for this whole piece. That's yeah, that's crazy. And it's the same with the Padukes and um, the beechwood that I got was also a 12-foot piece. That one was even thicker. Just about as thick 35 millimeters thick, 37 millimeters thick, and about 17 centimeters wide, and the whole board of beech at 12 foot long was 54 something euros. So it's crazy. Hell yeah. Take it easy, Heritage. Hey, Junes. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, and for decking, they use Paduk normally. Um, they use Paduk. What were the other ones? Uh, it's like this one. They use tiger wood for the decks. So they use tiger wood for decks, Paduk for decks. You guys all know what Paduk is. And then they use this one as well for decks, which was God, what was it called? I can't remember what it was called. I'd have to dig up the receipts because the funny part was that the tiger wood. He said that Paduk is his first choice for the deck. Tiger would be his second choice, like quality wise, and then that one was his third choice. And the third choice was more expensive than the Tiger Wood, which he said was like his second favorite for decks. So I was like, yeah, I don't care about that one then at all. But yeah, could you imagine your entire pool deck? I'm really trying to get, so my father-in-law wants his pool deck to be rebuilt, and so he wants me to rebuild it for him at some point. And yeah, Pilato, you're awesome, man. I, I just know you're back there crunching these numbers, and I'm like, that's awesome. Because I would have never crunched those numbers myself on the board foot. I'm very much uh, I got spoiled when I lived in the U.S. and I had my company. Um, I was making quite a bit of money, and I just totally became one of those like I'll take that kind of, like, oh, that's the wood I want, that's the wood I'm gonna buy kind of. I didn't even care to ask what board foot was and things like that. So yeah, stupid maybe. I don't think so though, because that's the piece I want. So I follow my heart. I follow my heart very much so. Oh, thank you, June. Cool. Yeah, so this is, I think I'm only going to be able to do um, these giveaways. I really think it's only going to happen for this week and next week. So I might do um, like maybe one or two more at most and see how it goes. Um, because, like I said, my mom goes back to Ohio next Saturday, and that's kind of our ticket for that free shipping. And then once it's in Ohio, I'll take over the shipping from there and ship it out from there. So like Eric makes, he won. He chose his knife, and Eric makes just won the first spin off and chose that one to go home with. It's a cheese knife, completely wood, and I'll send this back home with my mom. And once we get there, um, Eric is going to send me his uh, information, and I will ship it out from Ohio to him, which will save us a ton of money. Exactly. Thank you, Brandon's mom. No, that's awesome, Pilato. Like seriously, because I'm not the only like I do wonder those things, and I know for a fact that, for instance, the other guy who was just in here, what was his name? That was my first time meeting him. Um, the yeah, Heritage Woodworks. Um, he was curious about how much it cost, So I'm sure that if he would have seen that, yeah, but is it Hyback? Is that how you say it? Or is it Hibiak? You know, Hyback. Hyback. Okay, that's easy enough. Hyback. Yep. Um, yeah, I guarantee that he would have been interested in seeing that board footage, the costs and things like that. So, um, I don't know if I know Beard saw it because Beard's been the MVP. He's been here the whole time I think so far. But I don't know if you saw Pilato that the last video I made was those wine coasters. So I just made one again out of the hardwoods, and those are going to be pretty sweet with the tiger wood, beech wood, and tatajuba and paduk. Because my mom wanted a real pretty one, so she chose these colors and said just stripe it up. And I said, okay, easy enough. So, yeah, this guy's going to be however she wants to set it up. And she called me today and she was like, Brandon, I need you to bring that nice one over to my house so that we can set it up and take some really nice pictures of that one. And then you can just change your thumbnail to the new picture of the nice one because I think that your cheese knife video has the nicest thumbnail out of all of your videos, which I do agree with. The thumbnail for the cheese knife video is great. And she was like, and that's why I think that video did well and your other videos aren't. I was like, thanks, Mom. Yeah, cracks me up. She's something else. She's something else. Eric, were you able to get my email address? Did you did you find that? Wes said it wasn't on my page, which is weird. I'll have to check that out. Um, yeah, that's Wes said it wasn't showing up on my channel, um, which is strange. That's so weird, and that's not a good sign. That is not a good sign. Am I right? It doesn't just pop up like on um, the description about me, and then you like scroll down, or like where you click more, and then more info, view email address. I guess I can just type it into my description as well. That might be easier for people. And I don't think it matters, but the ATP is capitalized on there. I don't think that makes a difference though for Gmail. Oh, if you're on mobile. Gotcha. Okay. Which a lot of people are. So yeah, I'll add that into my description later. But that's one of those good things to know. You know? You know what I'm saying? Let me plug in the phone before you guys die on me. All right. What are we going to do? We got to let these guys cure all day long, all day, all night, at least for that tunnel oil. So those two are out of commission. Um, and then I just have those little um, coasters out of the extra wood. Really, tonight I just came on to kind of hang out and Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not as badass as Pilato, and I'm not willing to piss off my wife on the inside by turning on power tools. She would freaking lose it, man. So, yep, I still have your name written down, and I even took a photo of it just in case. But you wanted the real knife with tiger wood and tatajuba mixed in. And yours, yeah, that's this one right here with the gut hook. Yeah. So actually, these are the ones I'm gonna work on next. Um, and I might even, I'm gonna see if, whoa, I don't know if you guys saw those reflexes, but that was good. So my goal, maybe tomorrow, we'll see about tomorrow, is gonna be, I have some more cutting boards that need to have the feet installed. So I need to install the feet on those cutting boards. I want to go over to Grandpa's house and use the bandsaw to cut out this wood here because it's just so dense. It really struggles with the jigsaw. It just has a really hard time getting through this guy. So I would like to use the bandsaw for the Damascus blade. I'm just going to do this one out of solid Peroda wood. I've done one before, loved it. This huge machete, same thing. Take these two pieces of wood over to Grandpa's house, bandsaw it, and then I'll probably do the same thing for your handles as well at the same time. So hopefully tomorrow we can get these guys. Yeah, this is going to be my favorite knife. I think, you know, we know how that goes, but I think that one's going to be my favorite knife. Um, Even more favorited than Matt Cleveland's knife over here, which is a cool knife, but I guess we can oil this one up while we just sit here and talk. It's like a bartender thing, you know? You should never just stand still. I don't know if that's the case for live streaming though. I feel like I can just interact with you guys, and most people will be cool with that. Don't always have to build things. I like to, but my wife doesn't like it when it's 12:30 in the morning. So there's that. All right, let's see. All right, guys, we got 15 more minutes left on the timer. So if you guys want to enter yourselves in for the chance to win something here, by all means, you're more than welcome to drop in. Right now, the odds are ever in your favor. Let's go over to the wheel, the random wheel spinner. We've got Benners and we've got Wes Does It, and that's it. Benners, Wes. Those two are battling it out for this next spin to win. So, hey, Meinhardt, your knife is sick too, for sure. In fact, your knife, why don't we do that right now? It's right here. It's time we clean up your knife and see how she looks underneath. Meinhardt, welcome in. Everybody, this is Meinhardt's knife right here that he made. I had a slight little hiccup with your knife. Nothing we didn't fix, but it did happen, so it's all right. And welcome in though. If you are not aware, I'm trying to hit that goal marker, and we are spinning the wheel. So every 5, put your name on the wheel, and then you have a chance to pick a prize. So we're doing all of these tonight. Knives, knives, knives. There's boxes for these guys, wine holders, and what else was there? Did I put the others away? There was. The other cheese knife is spoken for. That's out of there. And the cheese box, there are 5 different styles that you can choose from if you win. And I don't think you need to be here either to win. All right, so we're just trying to get this tape off of this guy. Protect the blade. Protect the blade. It is a good one. Yeah. All right, so I need to clean up the brass. As you can tell, it's covered in tape resin. So I just need to get that cleaned up and put some oil on it real quick. Since we have the rag right here, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. It's just gonna look sweet. Yeah, your colors turned out sweet too. I love Paduke. I love Paduke so much. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Wow, that's really cool. I like it a lot. Like it a lot. Yep. Just need to clean it up. This one's At least this one has a blade on it though, because I've sharpened blades before, and I'm not worried about sharpening this one. It's not sharp, but it's not bad. The other 2 knives don't have any edge on them at all, and I've never done that before, like putting the edge on a knife. And I don't have the equipment for it right now as well, so there's that. We should put these little tabbies on here though. Protection. All right. All right. 11 of you in here. Let's see. We got, like I said, we have on the wheel right now, Wes Does It, and we have Benners. Those 2. We are going to be going off in 10. So get yourselves on there if you'd like. If not, so be it. Um, Meinhardt, apparently, if you're on laptop, Pilato said that when you're on the mobile, it doesn't show up underneath the same thing that it does on the desktop version. So I'm gonna put it in my description after uh, tonight's chat. But for right now, I'll send it over to you. It's atpcreations.fr@gmail.com. And that's me. Yeah, I really need to make sure that that's listed on there. I thought that it was easily accessible because, like, when I look at it, it seems to be accessible. Um, that's not good you guys can't find it though. I think at the bottom of my yeah, so I think from mobile devices, the best way for me to do it is to just put it in at the bottom of my description about me or something. Like for questions or inquiries, you can reach me anytime at, atpcreations.fr. Yeah. Just so it's easier because like people love convenience. If it's convenient, they're more likely to do it than if it's an inconvenience for them to find my email address. They might just get turned off from that part and leave. Gotcha. All right, let's get this because like I said, guys, we are about 7 minutes away. 7 minutes away. If anyone wants to get in on the action, these are the options that we're going to be giving out. Like I said, I'm only going to be doing maybe a total of 3 of these giveaways for right now, for the time being. With my mom traveling back to the States, um, it makes a lot more sense for me to do this now than it does shipping to you guys. Now, if you want to buy something, obviously that's a completely different story, because then we can talk about the shipping and those kinds of things. But for now, um, the shipping would be free, which is awesome. And we are just going to try to get some of these things raffled out. We are missing, oh, there it is. We're not missing anything. It's right there. Pilato is a freaking legend, though. It's like 12:30 for me, and I'm just like, I think what's killing me right now is that I can't be using power tools. If I could use power tools at 12:30 in the morning, it'd be a completely different story than being out here and not being able to use power tools. Mm. Because my options are like so limited right now without power tools. And I wanted to try and do this live tonight later to kind of catch you guys on your time, but I think next time I'm just gonna have to stick with my time, and yeah, just do that so that I can use power tools because I'd like to drill the holes in that new charcuterie board, and I would like to do the routing on the little glass coasters and all kinds of little things that are going to require some power tools. Benners, I think you're about to walk home with one of them. We got 5 minutes left, chat. 5 minutes left. 5 minutes to get yourself on the wheel. In fact, I think I'm gonna bring you guys around since we're kind of out of play anyways. I'm not really doing much, so we'll bring you guys over here. All right. Let's see. So yeah, like I said, we've got Wes does it. He's on there twice, and then we've got Benners. Benners is on there twice, and we've got 4 minutes left in the goal. Come on, guys, let's get up there. $5 puts you in, and you too could walk away with whatever you like, whatever you see that's up here. It's all up for grabs. All the knives, all the wine holders, charcuterie boards, everything like that. Just not Meinhardt's knife. Not that one. That one's got a special place in my heart. But I wanted to get it oiled up. Three minutes remaining. I forgot that I opened this beer earlier. Cool. Yeah. No, it was a cool little night. Like I said, we were just taking it easy tonight. I wanted to try and see how this spin and win, whatever you want to call it, kind of thing would work out. I think it was really cool. Oil all over my laptop. Oh, wrong way in chat. There we go. All right, 2 more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes. Let's see if anyone else wants to get. I don't think that I'm gonna do that. I'm not big enough. If I had a bunch of people going nuts on it right now, then that'd be one thing, you know. Um, but since there's not many people involved at all, I think it's only fair to just kind of reach out to them. Uh, I don't know. It's what your thought is on that. Because yeah, like bearded Viking, you have to be there, kind of thing, you know. Um, and that kind of stuff. All right. Minute 20, guys. Minute 20 and we're closing it. No more people are welcome. Hey, Suzanne. Let's put her on the wheel. I like it. Good choice. Suzanne's awesome. I really like her. I really like her. And she does some really cool carvings. In fact, I want to do. All right, guys. Just got 1 more minute left. Anyone else? Anyone else want in on this? You have a very good chance of winning a piece and taking it home. And like I said, this will be once in. Put Eric Pilato. Eric already won one. You sure you want to do that? Eric won last time. I guess we can put him on there because it seems like um, if Eric wins, he's gonna give it away. So yeah, this is the block of wood that I got from the trash can from them, from the wood supplier. It's a hardwood. I don't know what kind. I'm gonna ask him again. It was so dirty when I got the piece, and put Eric. Yeah. Eric is blocked. um, and yeah, it was so dirty when I got it out of the trash can that like it didn't even look the same. So I'm not sure exactly what species of wood this is here, but I've got it all glued together now at this point, and I'm going to be carving this guy out into a fox. So I'm pretty excited to do that. That's going to be a fun time. So, all right. You know what? Let's see if we can do. All right, gang. Who wants to get us up? We'll do this at the 5 out of 10. We're one goal away, and then we should spin it because it's already 12:40 in the morning. This guy's got to sleep, and then we're gonna spin this bad boy and get your information. I think we can reach 5 though. 5 out of 10. That just means one more guy, and we're good to go. I think that's fair bid. Dude, yeah, you're crazy, Pilato. You're crazy. I love my sleep. I love my sleep. But I also love to work. I love to sleep and work and eat ice cream and steak. No, I love it. I, I'm definitely not one of those people that could like just sleep all day though. I don't want to do that. I like to sleep in if I can for sure, but not sleep all day. Um, and it's so different now too because like right now I'm not working. I'm just working here in the garage, so you really have to be on top of yourself for, motivation and things like that because there's no punishment, I guess, for not showing up and things like that. So it's a little easier to sleep in here or there, those kinds of things. But I'm pretty good about usually what I do is drop my daughter off at school. But right now it's summertime, and hey, yeah, I don't think I'm going to make a dime off of what we're doing tonight, but that's okay because this has been fun. All right, Benners, let's add you in there one more time. So I think it's going to be, my guess is on you winning this because you've got three tickets in the name bin. I'll show you guys what's going on right now. All right. So we've got Benners, West does it, Suzanne, Eric, and Benners. So that is everyone on the list right there. Pretty much always had difficulty getting to sleep. Come on, Beard, get involved. You want to be on here? Put yourself on here. You want to be on here? You want to be on here? Because I'm not, yeah, like we said with the shipping, at least I don't have to pay for everything to go to Ohio. But from Ohio, I still need to ship it out to you guys. And then after YouTube takes their cut and things like that, Tom, just you don't have to. Don't you worry, Grooves. And but yeah, after all of that said and done, that's all right though. This was a fun experience. So, and we live and we learn. We move on. We do things better the next time. All right, let's shuffle this bad boy up. Even though, good luck, everybody. Oh, yeah, I can put you. Okay, let's put Grooves on there. That was very nice. Let's do it. Pilato, you tell me when. That was a very kind move, so you tell us when. Let's spin that button. Banners! It's you! Woohoo! All right, Benners, you deserve that though, dude. Because it was you who got into the battle with Wes, right? The battle with Wes. That's what we'll call it from now on. I think that was you. That was you earlier, right? Let me go and check. I think that you had that well deserved. Let's see. Yeah. Good job, Benners. Consistency, consistency, consistency. All right, Benners. So, you know the setup. You saw what we had going on. We've got the phone stand with the matching, or I wouldn't say matching actually, because this was they've got the same woods in it. They're different, but cool. With the matching box, I guess you could choose either one if you wanted. I'd be okay with that. Doesn't offend me. Um, Kind of a pen stand on this one. And this one's more keys, I guess, things like that. Or you can pair those two up, or vice versa. Or you can take one of the knives. Unfortunately, you can do that if you would like. Then we have this guy. And then we also have the egg holders, which we have in different styled fronts as well. So any of those as well. And I have these in Paduk, Purple Heart, Teak, and Wenge. I think I might have one rosewood left, but I'm not sure about that. So there's that. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. PH cheese knife. Which one's the Purple Heart? Duh. The Purple Heart cheese knife. It's got fresh oil on it. This guy. This one's super cool. Oh, let me get it in frame for you. Looks all oily still right now. This one's really cool. In fact, I think this was the first cheese knife that I ever made. So, you'll be the owner of the first cheese knife ever produced by Brandon Warner. I really like how the Paduk sits against the Purple Heart and the cherry on the bottom. And then on the back, I like that this Purple Heart shines more than the side pieces do for some reason. Ching, 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 ching. We'll make sure it's all oiled up for you. I'm going to let the oil cure on it. Okay, let me write down yours. Benners. Hey, 777. Welcome in. Banners, banners, banners. You finally did it. Weekend banners. And he wants the Purple Heart. Cheese knife. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Cool. Well, it seems like we have got a favorite, which is super, super cool. Let me adjust. Adjust the camera so that I can see your faces. Or I mean that you can see mine. Okay. So it seems like we are going to have to make some more cheese knives. Because you guys, both the winners tonight chose cheese knives, which tells me that the rest of my stuff sucks. So, if I just keep making cheese knives, I should be able to retire in no time at all. So that's going to be the goal. And Wes's knife remains. That guy had a battle to the death there, man. We're going to have to... Wes is such a cool guy, man. It's all good. Cheese knives are king. Yeah, but I think so. Like, I'm trying to get the table cleaned off real quick so that I can look underneath again, because underneath here is the list of all of the cheese knives that the subscribers, want me to make. So I have a bunch more cheese knives that I need to make, like quite a bit actually. And that's going to be another reason that I go and talk to Grandpa tomorrow about using his bandsaw, so that I can just cut out a bunch of the scrap pieces into those cheese knives. Okay, so I still have a cheese knife for Ramon. Benners, we've got your real knife that needs to be made, and that one's gonna be sweet. Did you ever tell me if you wanted a certain design or what you had in mind? Because right now I just have a real knife with tiger wood and tatajuba. But did you have a design? Did you want me to come up with a design? Let me know. And then I have a cheese knife for the Rare Craftsman. I like his channel. If you guys don't know him, go check him out. And then I have Wes Does It, and we did it for Wes. We already got that one completed. Check and mate. So, and then we have Palado's cheese knife. And Palado, I have a picture of yours, because it's getting, it got sanded away. Thankfully, I was smart. I was dumb at first by just putting it on the table. I should have known better, because at some point it was going to get smudged around. Exactly what happened. But I put it on the table, and then afterwards I said, I should probably take a picture of this because something's going to happen to it. And I did. So I have a picture, but I can see here Palado, cheese knife, and then the rest is smeared around. I can't make that out. But I have a picture of it, so I'll have to look at that. J'aimerais, j'aimerais, ro, ro. Yeah, Benner's is gonna get, so he wants me to make a cheese knife for him, like I said, with the um, tiger wood and tatajuba. So that one's gonna be sweet. I think I'm gonna do definitely tiger wood blade and then some kind of mix or something like that. I don't know. That's supposed to be up to you, Benners, on what goes on for the knife design. And then I think, like I said, whenever I'm doing the knife designs and things like that, or the live streams, I mean. So for instance, the next one that I'm gonna do is most likely going to be either Ramones or Rare Craftsman. Just depends on what scrap I have more available, readily available to me underneath me right now to make those cheese knives, and then I'm just going to use those pieces. So it's going to be one of those two. And during that stream, if any of you guys are interested in having a cheese knife made, by all means, just put it in the chat. That's all you really have to do. Because if you're in my stream, I'm guessing you're subscribed. And if you're subscribed, you make my list of people who deserve for a cheese knife to be of their own design. So that's it. You don't have to buy anything, pay for anything. It's just a fun way for you guys to kind of see a knife come to life, I guess, at the end of the day. I just said it again. So, um, I think you said something for the butt of the knife, but I thought that you talked about just with those two, because yours is not smudged at all. Yours just has straight up Tigerwood Tatajuba, but you talked about something for the butt of the knife, like a certain direction, but I can't rem I think you just said something about like having um, horizontal pieces going through, and then something about the butt of the knife being vertical, but I don't remember a third wood. But do you, by all means, throw a third wood in there. Let's do it. Yeah, Eric. So usually I'll kind of draw out the scenario for you real quick. So usually what I do is like during those streams when I'm making those knives, like for instance, the last one I made was this one, which is Wes Does It. And I knew I was gonna like this style so much, so I went ahead and made a second one at the exact same time. And I think I should just do that for all of my knives actually, because if I like it, then I'm not gonna want to sell it. So I'm glad I did that because no matter what, I'm gonna have a knife out of this. So Wes chose the colors for the handles. He chose the color for the blade, aka the type of wood, since all of these are just natural woods. But he was just on the stream one day and he saw me making another knife. And I told him if he wants to design one, let me know. And that's what he came up with. So I gave him his options. And I kind of, I'm going to use different pieces, but this is just so that you can see the pieces available to you, like color option wise, um, and that kind of thing. So, so there's all of these different colors, and this is good for benners right now as well, because he needs to decide on a butt. Even though I saw you say you decide, I think he should decide. If not, I will decide. That's not a problem. Teak, I know there's a couple other. Wenge, that's a good one. That's missing for sure. So, kind of what I do in the streams at that point is I bring out the wood choices that we have, um, and I just put them all out in front of us, and then we say, okay, we have Wenge here, Teak, Peroda, Beech, Purple Heart, Paduke, Tigerwood, or Tatajuba, sorry, Tigerwood over there, and we've got a couple more that can be used for making these knives. And then you kind of just say to me like, okay, so like Eric, if you wanted to make a knife, you know what, Eric, let's just go ahead and let's just use you as a prime example. Eric makes, bam, and benners, plywood and cedar fence picket. I got some nice pine right back there. I don't think oh, actually I have some, it's nice cedar though, up top that I used to make a shelf, modern shelf, and my modern end table, um, both of which I have videos on that are super cool. Anywho, Eric, So, Benner's knife has got tiger wood and tatajuba. Tatajuba is more yellowy. Tiger wood's more tigery. This one's the tiger wood. I don't want to dig through the scrap pile right now, so I'm just trying to get these out for Benner's to kind of see what we can come up with. I think we should pull in a dark wood Benner's. What do you think? I would say if we want to do something different with the butt of the knife, maybe we go with like something to keep it kind of neutrally. Like a Wenge butt or a Perota butt, if that's what you're thinking of. You just let me know. Drop point blade. It's a drop point blade. Purple Heart, Wenge, and Perota beard grooves. I actually like the sound of that one. Purple Heart, Wenge, and Perota. Wenge and Tiger would be something like this, depending on where we choose the grain, of course, you know. Wine? You said wine? Benner's, I think if you want a different butt though, I think we do something to play with the, maybe we do tiger wood for the blade. Let me know. Tiger wood for the blade, and then some kind of tatajuba, because you want this to be the butt, is what I think is what you said. So that would be the butt, and then some kind of, I don't know if we should just do it full front of tatajuba or if we should put a stripe through it of something, or like a something, I don't know. I'm thinking with a little kiss of Purple Heart. Little kiss. Yeah, I think those would look good. And I think the Wenge makes a nice blade, but it's very porousy. So it's a very strong wood, but it's very chippy. So it kind of worries me a little bit for the blade itself. But like on Wes's, it's great, you know. But I need to make Benner's. But Benner's, yours is important though, because yours is a real knife that we're making, and it's a gut hook knife. Yours isn't a cheese knife that we're making. So we need to lock in your design or find something cool. But if you choose these three or whatever your choice is, I think that's what you just said though, right? Did you say add Wenge? Or am I just making all this up as I go? You said wine. I took that as Wenge for some reason. Yes, okay. So I'm gonna add Wenge. Perfect. And then we will figure something out on the next one. When we're making cheese knives, I'm gonna think on this idea because we're not making a blade for you. For some reason, I was thinking of a blade. So we can mix these guys together and do some kind of like butt with just these three colors. So actually, I think we've got something that we can definitely work with there. So, Eric, you said you're gonna email me. Eric, I'm about to hop off here too in a minute. So, um, for right now, I'm gonna write yours down as Wenge and Tiger Wood with a plus purple heart. Kiss of purple heart. And I won't make yours. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 knives before yours, so you have time to think about it. No rush at all. Um, hey, how's it going, Wayne? Waynona, Waynona. Okay, I think I have an idea for yours, Benners. I think something in my head that would look cool. So try it. Why not? Um, but yeah, cool. All right, guys. Well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning for me now, and it is time that I hit the hay. So hop on over to Delane's channel. I think he's on now, so I might stop in just for a second, say hey to everybody and things like that, and then I'm gonna be hopping off and hitting the hay and getting some well-deserved sleep. So I will catch you guys later. Maybe I'll see you over on Delane's for a second. And yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Peace. We'll see you soon.